Lexi, how are you doing? Lexi, I miss you. You popped into my mind and I was going to email you and then I didn't. So I probably reached out telepathically though. I was having a very quiet weekend. Well, there we go. It's working now. Yeah, the mic was off. It was on when I was in the membership and then I forgot to. Oh, wait a minute. Right, I'll just do this first. Um, yeah, I was in the membership and then it must have turned itself off. So I'm just fitting in the wee thing. Let's see. Ah, fuck. It doesn't all fit. Or use, I can take that out. There we go. So this is more for when I come back on the other live stream, but people are free to get it. Basically, I think if anybody wants, oh, just explain now. So if anybody wants this, what I'm going to focus on tonight, when I come back and do the other live stream, is I'm going to do live 30-minute clean-ins. So basically, there's not a massive amount of difference because I'll still use cards, even if it's just right at the end, but I'll probably use cards and amongst it because, like I said, I clear energy just through my frequency. So I prefer to use the cards with it, although I don't need to. But yeah, I was gonna actually. I'm just laughing. The cards I wanted to use, I didn't get. I could though. When I finish this, I'll get them. I'll get ones that've got chakras in it. I wanted to pick up on chakra blockages and stuff, but I've got those other blocks cards. So basically, yeah, it'll be 30-minute clean-ins. If anyone wants a 15-minute one as well, I'm always clearing energy with whatever I'm doing anyway. But it'll be the 30-minute ones will be what I'll be focused on. And again, if nobody wants that tonight, it's fine. I'll just focus on collective stuff because there's enough there's enough intense energy. But just now, this first one, it's confusing because I'm going to be doing, just so that you all know, this could be the housekeeping one. I'm going to be trying to anyway, do 3 signs per week rather than 12 signs all at the new moon, because it's like, I wasn't liking doing that anymore. I used to like doing it, but now I've been doing that about 6 months. It's become a bit of a chore. So I'm like, nah. So I'm going to do it this way. So, but in the way I've worked this out is because this suits the way that I know astrology, because it's Scorpio full moon right now, I'm going to do the Scorpio 8th house reading, right? So remember, and then that might encourage everybody to watch them all because everybody has Scorpio somewhere. Everybody has an 8th house. You're extra spicy if you've got Scorpio in the 8th house, double Scorpio. But and lots of secrets, I'd imagine, as well. But we've all got secrets somewhere, wherever the Scorpio is, and wherever we've got our 8th house. And if you're like me and you've got a lot of planets in the 8th house, you hold everyone's secrets as well as having them. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm just going to do Scorpio. So again, it doesn't matter whether it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, it's not going to matter as much. And I can do it. Eventually, I might move these kind of ones into the membership, but I don't foresee that being for a while because until things get going. So this is the way I'm going to do it. We'll just see. I'm just going to go it and see if I like it that way because that's what you voted. You wanted that. The people that did vote, thank you. Not many did, but thank you if you did. Again, I don't think the community tab always shows up for people, as well as people just don't even get notified, it seems like. But what else? Yeah, and then I'm going to do mediumship Monday, and that's where I'll do the clean-ins. So I miss you too. This is a hard full moon, man. It is, Lexi. It really is. You look great. Is it finally warm where you are? Oh, thank you very much. I found this top while I was tidying up, and I was like, it's got flowers on it, and it's the flower moon. I'm gonna wear that. But yes, it is warm. I mean, again, I don't know whether this is because it's been 18 degrees today or whether it's because I'm 41. Again, it's probably a bit of both. All I know is my heating isn't on, and it's like, do you know what I'm saying? I bought a fan. I'm not even fucking kidding you. It's in the hall. I've not unpacked it yet. The guy looked tired when he brought up the stairs, and I'm probably going to be tired trying to put that together. But I'm needing that fucking fan. Do you know what I'm saying? But I am feeling amazing because, I won't go on too much about it because, again, I don't want to start crying in the game. But again, and there's nothing wrong with crying, guys. It's just, I'm not going to be able to get on and do the message if I get really upset. But yeah, there's something about, but what I will say, because it's important, if you had missed that, I was just sharing that sadly, there's a guy that I've watched for 10 years, an amazing astrologer. I just found out that he died. It must be 2 weeks ago now, and got the shock of my life. So you can see the video that I done for Saturday. If you're just hot. Thank you, Renee. I'm very feeling hot, but and I don't want to frizz up my curls. But yeah, it seems to have had I don't know about the opposite of it, but it seems to have affected me in this kind of way because, oh God, I had like, so I mean, obviously, I was just really honest on that video that you saw on Saturday that I filmed the next day, and I was still in shock, So I appreciate Connor had put earlier, thanks for being so honest or something. But I couldn't not be honest because, like I said, I can't help but notice the synchronicity of what people say to me a lot. Like because although I've only been consistent at this for going on, feels like 4 or 5 years, but 3 years, isn't it? I can't believe it's only 3 years. But although, like I said, I've had this channel 10 years, but I stopped and started because of fear. That's why I'm good at helping people with things. But I was on Facebook it's my 10-year anniversary this year, actually next month. So I know that, I have always been consistent every day for people if they were, if they wanted to find me. Like even when I ditched Facebook and Instagram, people could have found me here. So you know what I mean? It is just, and again, because I'm so honest, like I did say, like I hadn't been watching them the last couple of years for one reason or another. You just sometimes it's time factors, but like I always say, I'm not going to be one of those people. It's like, oh, I do YouTube, but I don't watch anyone. I don't need to. It's like, fuck off. I do. I like watching people, and and I like it, but I genuinely, I just I haven't got the time, or you wouldn't get your videos. But yeah, I would every now and again, I would watch, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this to sort of reminisce. And I basically, I cared, I cared about him. I wanted to see how he was doing. And I wouldn't, like I said, I don't know. I'm so, it kind of feels like I don't know. I want to be respectful. I don't want to say too much, but it just, yeah, he didn't look in good health. And so it's one of those things I wasn't actually surprised. I wish I could say different. I wasn't. I saw it. As a seer, I actually saw he wasn't going to. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? But I did still get a shock. So it's kind of weird things, isn't it? When you can sort of feel something's going to happen, but you don't know when. And I did get a shock in it, and I was like I said, I was really upset. I've said this all in the other video, so I'm just sort of saying because, but I very much felt, and again, can I just stress, like he wasn't like a really good friend of mine or anything, but it's like because I watched him for the best part of 10 years, I was very fond of him. And then I did meet him once. I had a session with him, like I said, a few years ago. And it's like I said, it feels really bittersweet that the things he said to me are what I do all the time. You know what I mean? He just said that I come alive in live streams and that's all I should focus my energy on. And it's been echoing in my head. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do it from tomorrow. If I'm too tired, I'm too tired. But I'll do it over the next couple of weeks. I'll test doing that because it looks like you are going with 1 o'clock GMT. So you know what I mean? If I can stick to doing that for like 30, 45 minutes, that would be quite suit me. Because just when it gets into the summer, it's too hot. I really don't want to be sitting here till like 12 and 1 of it. Depends. If I was in the mood, like what on a Monday once a week, like I don't mind doing it tonight, but I don't think tonight will be late, but I mean, who knows? But yeah, anyway, so and it's just I feel they're getting me to talk about this again because again I open up and I protect the space in the same way I do with everything I do. So I can't help it, you know what I mean? Scorpio full moon, it is death. Now it's not usually literal death, but it is death and rebirth. So it's like I said, it is just very present in my energy because that was just so it really took me, it just took me aback. It really did. I still, it still doesn't really feel real. And then, like I said, there's all these weird feelings that come into it when it's like, oh, am I allowed to even grieve for this person when I didn't know them? And that's like, do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, you are. So I've been kind to myself. But like I said, it's actually kicked me up the arse. Like I said, I think my mum was like, "What?" But it kind of, I said, like, you know what I mean? I just kind of thought about it, and I thought he wasn't really too different from me. Do you know what I mean? Like he loved his cards and his astrology and his numerology, and he was helping all these people on YouTube. And I watched him go from like, I don't know, however many to like, I thought he was 130. I think he was actually at 160,000. And he'd literally just bought a few decks and he was showing them on the shorts, and he really doesn't look well in that shorts. But the point is, I'm thinking, I know that's quite grim, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, how crazy is it that one minute you could be buying all these cards and, you know, and like doing your thing and being excited about helping people and growing your channel, and you know, that's just his story. But again, it's not too different. And the next minute he's not even here anymore, and this is all just stuff that his loved ones are going to have to, you know, do it. And do you know what I'm saying? It is kind of mind blowing, isn't it? So I don't know. Something just kicked me up the arse with where I've been a bit stagnant, and I just, yeah, I'm relieved. I'm fucking relieved because my living room just feels clear. I smudge every day anyway, but like I've smudged and I've tidied up all the cards, and I've still got loads more to tidy, but I've, you know, hoovered, and it just feels like I've got my living room back again. Do you know, I feel like I've got my life back a little bit. And then I didn't stop there. I went in my bedroom, cleared it all. Again, I've still got stuff piled up in that because I need to have, it's like I've done the deep clean and now I need to actually declutter. But it just feels really good. So I'm just sharing that for other people because this is a good energy to do all of that. But I suppose there is a poignant message there, and that shook me up a bit. And like I said, although we're going to see a lot of that, you know, and I'm prepared. Like I did say another one, I'm prepared for it, but it's always sad, especially when somebody dies so young. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's, yeah, I don't foresee me crying tonight or anything, but if I do, it's the Scorpio full moon. But I'm just sort of sharing that there's something in that too, and this is all meaningful. I'll get into the read for the eighth house, but this is what I'm doing right now. This is eighth house. That's the point for people. That this is the eighth house, right? It's deep, intense feelings. It's going to your counselor. It's going to your shaman. It's going to your hypnotherapist. It's going to your healer. It's talking about the stuff that makes you feel like shit, insecure, your dark thoughts, your mental health, your emotional, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying? This is the eighth house. It's the shit that other people don't want to deal with. It's the shit that I deal with. Because notice I am all of the things I just mentioned, I am these and more things. And it's kind of like, so again, I'm really, really passionate about the eighth house in general and Scorpio energy because it's, you know, it's absolutely, like I say all the time, the Scorpio moon is, it's a big energy for people doing horrible rituals, and you know, it really is the worst. So again, get your sage out, get your clearing energy, protect your energy. I've done all of that, calling your power animals, whatever makes you feel protected. But when there's healers that are also doing work like this, transmuting the energy and putting good out there with good intentions, it balances the light and the dark. But yeah, there's a bit of it. Again, don't want to go too deep into that, but it is not a coincidence that the P. Diddy trial is getting put, you know, on, it's, I don't watch the news, but it was on my thumbnails for my, you know, my feed. And it's, that's, do you think that's a coincidence that that's getting thrown in your face on the Scorpio full moon when Scorpio is sex, and it is also, it's everything to do with sex, but it is the dark stuff as well. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that's a ritual in itself. It's, you know what I mean? Like they've planned that, so it's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's embarrassing because it's like, how come all of that is like everywhere right on the day of the Scorpio full moon? It's, to me, it's so obvious. I don't even, like, I usually wouldn't even point it out as so obvious, but I'm just sort of saying that is a ritual. So don't get sucked into that too much. You know, it's like, remember when there was the Johnny Depp? Now, I don't know, does anybody know? Are they doing that? I wouldn't be surprised. But remember when the Johnny Depp trial was being like live streamed? That was harvesting energy because it was on for it. Like that was absolutely harvesting people's energy. Because I remember, like, because that went on for so long, I remember it was actually, there was a couple of Scorpio moons And it was just on the Scorpio moon. I seemed to get sucked into it. Like I was watching it, and I was like, oh my God, why can't I stop watching? And it was like, it was definitely a portal, because it was like you come off and you didn't feel good, you felt like shit. So that's when because these portals aren't always bad, by the way. Because sometimes the way I talk about portals, it's like portals can be good too. You can have like a portal for healing. And it's like, because people say they watch me, then they can't stop watching. It's like, oh, I'm fucking hell, it's 5 in the morning, I've been watching it. And it's like, it can't be like that because it's healing. So you've got to, watch your time. If you're watching something that replayed, it can be hard because it's the healing to pull yourself off. But it's kind of the same for that. It's like, only watch something if it's uplifting. It's like even with the things I've spoken about at the start of this, that could be triggering if somebody's had somebody die in their life recently or something like that. But what in the world is not triggering these days? You know what I mean? And I'm one of these people that we have to talk about death. We do. Like whether you like it or not, it is a part. Like death is a part of life, and it does affect you. And like I said, but it's sometimes like when you hear things like that, it can actually sort of make you kick you up the arse and make the most of life. Because, like I said, that is what it seems to have done for me. Like I've been really upset, and I will get upset if I really sort of think about it too much. Or what keeps upsetting me is when I see, like I still keep getting shown shorts and old videos and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God! And again, I keep feeling like it is his soul shown me them. But a magical, mystical thing that happened just over the weekend, I think it was actually just yesterday, was I was watching an old playlist of like things, and it was like music and stuff that I was watching. But I added a couple of like tarot readings on by accident, right? But it wasn't Gregory's readings. It was that Darren guy, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't take this. It's like the full moon about death, and here I am trying to take in that about Gregory, and it must have only been last year that Darren guy died, because these readings were from 2 years ago, so maybe it was a year and a half ago. But anyway, the long and short of it was, I thought, I stopped what I was doing when I was tidying up and stuff, and I just sat down, and he only used to do me like sort of 10-minute ones, and I watched it, and it did make sense for now. I knew it was gonna. I was like, that's nuts. It was 2 years ago, and what he read on, I resonated with now. But again, that was quite poignant too. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought that's another guy that's. So yeah, don't take people for granted. So again, not just YouTubers. It just so happens that that's two people I'm talking about that. You know what I mean? It's just don't take anyone for granted in your life, because you don't know how long they're going to be here, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's very cheery, isn't it? Right. So let's put something on. I'm just putting that there because it annoys me when it's saying start a goal and I haven't started a goal. But yes, so anyway, I'm going through a bit of a revamp with the membership. So I'll be putting on the different discounts I'm going to add to different levels and the different stuff. So yeah. But let's get going with Scorpio. But like I said, this was very Scorpio. So let's shuffle the wee scriptures. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3:6. So there could be something significant about the 3rd of June or the 6th of March. Obviously, that's been, but it could be someone's birthday or something. It is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God. Ephesians 2:8. So there's the 2nd of August. Before you know it, we'll be in that. Or the 8th of February could have been a significant date as well. So we'll put them there. And right, where will I not knock the sage over? I'll put it down there. So I'm going to use this wee spread. So where will we start? Let's use these to see let's use these. What's a theme? So if you've not watched me do this before, or if you're new, first of all, welcome. And if you're here all the time, welcome again, and thank you. And but and if at any point you decide you like this, it would be good if you actually liked it. Thank you. It does make a difference. As well as leaving a comment after I finish or chatting live, because I love when people talk live. And like I said, come back to. I don't know that I'm gonna, so we'll just don't hold me to it. But there's a chance I might pop up at 1 o'clock UK time tomorrow, which will be most of your mornings. But if I don't do it tomorrow, I will get around to doing it at some point. But maybe even just a couple of. It's just I just don't ever feel like I can maintain that because some weeks I don't feel like it. But I'm gonna try. I've tried before. I've done this over the last few years, and I don't do it. I don't stick to it. And it's not out of not being consistent. It's because I genuinely don't like it. So I'm not going to do it if I don't like it. But we'll try it. I think if I could stick to 30 minutes, I would be all right. I'm not really a 30-minute type of person. Right. So what have we got as a theme? So I titled it Declutter, Guilt, Shame, and Beating Yourself Up because one of the cards I pulled to get the title was something about it was something about guilt. Is it still there? And I pulled mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Loss, grief, depression. You know what I mean? It's all quite sad shit. And reprogram your thoughts. So there's something about shifting your mindset, which is what I'm in the business of helping people do. So let's see. What's another theme to go with this? Feather. Think first before you judge. Ah, very interesting. So it's got a 26 on it. So the 26th of May could be significant. That's my mum's birthday. So, or you could be a Gemini, you could be dealing with a Gemini, or there could be something significant about that date. But yeah, think before you judge. So I think the theme here is they're like not to jump to conclusions about well, I've got the spread I'm going to use is romance. So like I suppose it would be about your twin flame. So you might be jumped to conclusions about something. So let's see. How I feel about intimacy. It's gonna be intense tonight, guys. Right. So but this has got 4 questions. So let's do this. So how I feel about intimacy. Oh, there's one already. So everyone leaves. Choose a partner who you wait a minute. Choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. Right. Okay. So, but the thing is, this has got now. This confuses me because at first, when I first got this deck, I was like, "Oh, is a marriage not worked out or something?" And so I always kind of go with that first thought because that's what I thought. But then I realized the card is actually about she's obviously had people that didn't want to commit, and this is the one that did want to commit. That's what the card must be about. But it depends it depends when I pull it. So I feel if you're the divine feminine, male or female, you could have actually already been married before and it didn't work out. And so you've got this kind of limit and belief that everyone leaves. So what's the point? But again, like what always happens around here, I wouldn't say I mostly read for divine masculine, but it kind of is that way. This is divine masculine's feminine side too, for whoever resonates with this. So again, same thing. There could have been a marriage that didn't work out here. Because can you see what I'm saying by it? And the reason I know that is because right before I came on, I can't stand that song because it's quite a funny story, which I don't think I'm in the mood for telling right now, if I'm honest. But Adele, Never Mind, I'll Find Someone Like You came on the Spotify, and I switched it off right before it played because I just find it depressing. But you know what I mean? Like, if you think about the lyrics to that, it's like, old friend, my love ain't like you to hug and hide from the light. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so there's that's just the continued theme that keeps coming up. So whatever you get from that, so that could be a block for the divine feminine or the masculine feminine side. So just take it as it is. It doesn't need to be, if you've not been married or anything like that or all that jazz, you might just have a fear of letting somebody close in case they hurt you. So you're like, no, I'd just rather fucking stay myself than be hurt like that, thanks. Let alone fucking marry people that are going to do that to you. No thanks. Right. So what have we got? What have we got for the masculine? Because the point is, not everyone will treat you like that. So don't go around thinking that. Losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. Right. So a block for the divine masculine, male or female, or the feminine masculine side is codependency. So again, this is building a bit of a theme of this might be your story if you have been in a marriage before, or some of you might still be in this marriage where it's codependent, you've lost yourself, you've come enmeshed, merged with the other person, but not in the sexy, spicy Scorpio 8th house way, where you do want to merge with your twin flame and like, oh, who's the yin, who's the yang? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like, if you get what I'm saying, because that's the good part of this energy. You're either rising like the phoenix and, you know, decluttering and, you know, clearing the crap and just releasing and, you know, that's the end and now I'm ready for the beginning. Or if you've actually moved through quite a lot of that, you're kind of like, right, let's get down and dirty. Do you know what I mean? In a safe, loving, secure relationship, hopefully. Unless that's not your bag and you just want the one night kind of wham bam, thank you, ma'am, move on. You know, it's sex either way. But you know, for a lot of people, it's pain too. So whatever fits. But I feel here it's like this was really. It seems to be picking up on, like I said, codependent connections. So there might not have been marriages involved, but for some people there is. So let's see. And I don't know why I shuffled again, but oh fuck, what's just? Oh yeah, oh my god, holy shit! Right, so and it's really funny because I'm thinking that's why they showed me. I saw the. Oh my god! Hopefully I can find it because that was hilarious. Those stick because I watched a Stickman shorts as well as a swing dance couple. I'm getting shown them all. Like algorithms are mental just now. Like you watch one thing and you'll see it all. So I'm loving it though. That swing dance couple are amazing. Like really amazing. The guy's really hot too. So it's like, the girl's nice looking too, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just hot watching them dance. Do you know what I mean? It's like fuck, man. That's knocking step up right out of the park. Do you mean it's amazing? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put it in the community tab. Or scroll back. I shared one of them. But that I watched. I'll find the one where they're dancing together, like they're actually going out with each other, and it's like the chemistry is insane. I was like, "Whoa, this is fucking spicy." But I love watching dancing. I've always loved watching any type of dancing. But anyway, so and it does matter though, because it's what I'm saying. It's the synergy. You know, it's watching the energy of like two people. It's really cool when you watch dancing. So, um, but yeah, the stick men shorts that I keep watching are hilarious. There was one earlier, and it was about. It's titled what how married people reply about being married, right? And it was like it's like someone's like, I don't know if it's meant to be the counselor or a friend, but the guy's like, yeah, you think this is funny? No, this is serious. This is war. You wake up every day, you got to be a soldier. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't. It's funnier when you watch it, right? It's just it's you have to watch it to see how funny it is. But it's kind of like whoever it is, the counselor, the friend's like, "Do you have any type of fun?" And he can't even get the word out. And the guy's like, "Fun? Are you kidding me? Marriage? No, this isn't fun." And I think they've showed me that earlier because it's tying into this. It's like something that should, when you're with the right person, it should be fun. It's yes, you're gonna have your good times, you're gonna have your hard times, you're gonna have your bad times. But that's like for better for worse. That's why they say that, I'd imagine. But it's kind of like, you know, it's building up this idea that is why a lot of people do have a fear of intimacy or a fear of actual marriage or just settling down, living with people, because it can because if you know it can turn into a war zone when you're not with the right person. So, but the cards that you know when I shuffled again, this card I don't like because it's got soulmate only. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Now, if you're not in the twin flame path, that's true. There are lots of different people that you could be compatible with. And to be honest with you, if you could ignore the fact that you're a twin flame, you know, long enough, or I don't know, then you could crack on with it too. But like I've always said, I'm not that type of. I honestly don't know how some of you could do that. Like it would drive me stir crazy, and I would rather be myself because it drives me crazy anyway, being myself. So I couldn't actually. It's the only way I'd be able to get around it is I'd have to be like, look, if you're okay with the fact I'm always going to be thinking about him, then this might work. And the thing is, it's not funny because some people would be all right with that and they shouldn't be. It makes me sad for people. But anyway, it's, so, I'm a bit different with the way I'm just really honest about it. Like when I watch other people talking about this journey and they try to say it's like, oh, I've made way for my kingdom spouse, who's not my twin flame, that's somebody else. Or, oh, here's my higher level soulmate because my twin flame's just fucked off with someone else. It's like, what are they going on about, man? Like, I'm no, sorry. So anyway, I get on. I haven't done that rant for a while, but it's true. But anyway, there's something coming through here about criticizing and no good ones. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities, no good ones. There's someone out there for you. Don't let this false belief make you miss out. So again, they just wanted to chuck in all these different things. So whatever they mean to you, be mindful of criticizing yourself, beating yourself up, because that's what I've put in the title. Nobody's perfect. Guess what? You're going to fuck up. I fuck up. Your person's going to fuck up. We all fuck up from time to time. It's about how you forgive yourself, move through it, move on. It's kind of like what I say all the time as well. When you do resolve something with someone, if you're with the kind of person that's going to fucking bring it up every day, draining, the person would be like, oh, do you know what? Fuck you. I said sorry, and you keep bringing it up. I'm off. Don't know about you, but that's what I would do. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I would say I don't like I told you so. Now that isn't being a pushover or it isn't being a people pleaser. It's just keeping it real. Would if you fucked up, would you like people to go on about it every day? No. It's kind of like this is a bit of a low key example. But when I got pished at my pal's wedding and I like beat myself up for like literally 3 weeks, it was like a soul retrieval in my room. But for like a month, I was just like, oh my god, can't fucking believe and I just like built it up to be something so much bigger than what it was. And nobody was as arsed as me. Like, yeah, it was kind of like, fuck hell, did you see did you see how pissed Claire got? But it's like, you know what I mean? But like my best pals, like someone else was worse. Like, you know, I mean, there was other people that were worse. I was right up there. But again, it makes sense when I don't drink, and I wasn't in that was a few years ago now, and I wasn't in the best of places. So again, somebody must be resonant. Thank you very much for that, Lexi. I will do yours. Have you got time? Because I'll do yours when I finish this. Um, but you know what I'm saying? So whether it's beating yourself up or if you are somebody that like, so for twin flames that are together, if your person has, I don't know, done something that they perceive to be a mistake or they feel guilty about or embarrassed or blah, 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 if you can't move past it and you're going to bring it up all the time, it's not a good idea. You need to work through that, work through it with a healer or a therapist, or again, most people are going to have worked through this stuff by the time you actually get together. But I know there are some of you that are with your twin flames where this stuff can arise because that's a lot of people I do work with. So, right, okay. So, anyway, God, it's already pretty heavy. So but that's all right. More people don't tend to join until about now. So, and we're nowhere near finished. So I don't know how long this is going to be, but let's, I lost these cards for a while. So let's get into these. Now, these can be quite hard hitting. So, sure, I got 30 minutes, but can be back shortly after. Right. Well, I might still be doing this, but what I'll do is if you're away, I'll just wait until you come back and I'll do that. Actually, I was going to do them on the next one anyway. So we'll go with it though. But thank you for that. Right. So let's get an archetype card. Could we find more out about so this is probably going to go really homing in. Because it is a Scorpio full moon today, tonight, and because of, if you're new, I've got a shitload of Scorpio in my chart. I'm very Plutonian. I am actually more of a Scorpio than an Aries. So if you, like I said, if you see me day to day, like I'm really in my Scorpio moon feels just now. Do you know what I mean? Like I've just had a very, very quiet weekend, the way I like it, but it just feels clearer because I've actually cleared energy. And And I'm not in that like real midheaven, extra energy that I often, well, it will come to life because I can't help it when I come on here. But do you know what I'm saying? Day to day, I am more like a Scorpio rising. Keep myself and just, keep it moving. Can't be bothered with drama and shit like that. So I know it's weird when I pick up on drama, but I can't help it. I can tap into it, you know. I'm not using, you know what I'm not doing? I don't, well, we'll see. Unless I'm strongly guided to it, I don't want to use what's the tea or true emotional. I cannot be arsed with that. Cause Scorpio in 8th house is about secrets. We already know all of this is coming out in the world, like I've mentioned, and in personal situations. I don't want to dig into it. Just with the portals that are open just now, I don't want to dig into it. But in saying that, this is probably going to like home in on some people's personal situations in quite a big way because these cards are so specific. So this has got the light attribute and the shadow. So trigger alert, because if you identify this in yourself, you might get triggered, but let's see. But those other cards are triggering too. So again, it's because it's a shadow. So I've purposely picked cards that are a bit more, you can't handle the truth. But we can. We can. Right. You got to accept the light and the shadow in you, or you'll never see your twin flame again. that's the truth. Right. So, what have we got for the divine feminine, male and female? Now it is in reverse. Oh God. Oh, sorry, I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't even read all the words. I've just saw that the first word is betrayal. I don't even need to use those fucking dramatic ones. They're just going to make me. Right, okay, here we go. Betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Oh dear. So there's been a betrayal. So something tells me the betrayal has happened to the divine feminine rather than you doing the betrayal. But we'll see when we get into it. Well, not the first card said don't judge. So, but going by what usually goes on here. So, because the light attributes are loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness, but we did pull it in reverse. So, betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. So, okay, what have we got for them? What have we got? I actually want another one for the feminine. What have we got for the divine feminine? What else about that? The lights and arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Dilettante. Pretension to too much deeper knowledge than you actually possess, but it came out upright. Yes, again, I feel you're some kind of artist. And now remember, artist doesn't need to be with actual art. It can be. Oh, sorry, I'm not even showing you the cards. That's um you could be an artist and however you do it, you could use cards, you could be a healer, you could be an actual artist, you could draw, paint, sing, dance. Oh yeah, especially because I was talking about the dancers. It always comes into it. And I was talking about little stick men drawings. Fucking hell, man, that is nuts. Um right, wait a minute. So do we need any more? So somebody that is like, you're let's call you a creative or a creator in some type of way. There's been a betrayal. Let's see the masculine. Fuck's sake. Honestly, I'm just laughing because these are such Scorpio themes. But let's see. What have we got for the masculine? Oh, came out reversed. Inability to commit to a path once found. Ooh, seeker. The light attribute would be first for wisdom and truth wherever they are. So, but that makes sense because that with the first card, it's like a fear of intimacy. Because, oh shit, yeah, totally. I forgot I was actually using this. I will go back to this. I forgot I was meant to be using the questions. So, because that they are making me work with the questions actually, although I forgot, because it's like I can actually see how this fits already, because this is saying an inability to commit to a path once found. So this feels like someone that might be a bit flighty, doesn't want to sort of put roots down. Or it's kind of like what comes through all the time. If somebody does commit, they usually commit to the wrong. It's not the wrong person. It's the right person for where you are. But it's kind of like, because they were giving me energy about that earlier. It's kind of like that sleeping with one eye open, or kind of sleeping with the enemy energy. Like where you don't feel entirely comfortable because you're not entirely sure that this person has your back, which again, it's not my cup of tea, guys, but some people are in situations like that. I can think it like, again, I don't really would dive into stuff like that too deep, but I don't like Scorpio moon, right? I don't make a secret of that, but like it is good for digging and stuff like this. But honestly, some of the stuff that they were showing me over the weekend, I'm like, I don't want to see shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? And I'm not going in, any deeper to that. But it's just yeah. Yeah, I can think of anyway. So like people can be like, it's kind of like when you can't get away from someone, you know what I mean? Whether you're a man or a woman, like, because they make your life hell, it's that kind of energy. Right, what have we got for the masculine? What else? Oh, so it was in reverse. So so whoever the masculine is, male or female, they've got an inability to commit to a path once found. So, like I said, they might start something and then stop and then go into someone else, and that doesn't mean need to be about love. It could be about loads of things. Start a project or start a job and get bored and do something else, or you know what I mean. That's just a Venus and Aries. That's what I've got. Right. So my miser, although I've proved that wrong because I did stick to a daily exercise and I just completed it. So thank you. Yes, I can hear the round of applause. But I'm doing it again. Like, so I've just done it for a month and then I'm starting it again. Because I've created it, you know what I mean? What does it take? 21 days to form a habit, and I've formed a habit. So I'm like, I'm sticking at it. So right. Oh, interesting. Midas touch, though, light attributes entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So that's kind of interesting because I was actually going to mention ADHD. So for those of you that might be new, like I've got inattentive ADHD. So I'm more kind of like, I like to describe it as sloth mode. Like, it could take quite a lot of energy just like peel myself out of my bed to go and fucking, do anything. So, and like I said, it's not just ADHD. I've got a combination of loads of different things. And like I said, I'm great at listening to somebody with what you struggle with in order to be able. Wait a minute, sorry, Renee, boobgate again. It's like I'm able to listen to what you're struggling with and help empower you and help you to see the strengths about where you're at with whatever you struggle with. But for me personally, I always like to lean more towards the what I can do rather than what I can't do, because there's loads of things I can't do, but there's loads of things I can do that loads of other people can't do. Mostly actually how I've spoke about death tonight and feelings and you know trauma and I mean all that kind of stuff. But what I'm trying to say is it's like I did get a feeling of ADHD because it's like somebody, an inability to commit to one thing, but actually like a great mind for being an entrepreneur or a business owner, because that is people with ADHD in general. Like we, because I'm in that group, we do make really good business people. But again, it just depends because it depends with the different combination of things you've got. You could have all these ideas and you're never grounding them into the physical. Because I go when I itch my nose, if you're new, that's love in the spirit. I go through different phases, but um but I do eventually put stuff out, but I can take quite a while. So it's like I usually need to talk to somebody to ground my ideas. But yeah, so okay, I think we've got enough here. We've got two creatives. So again, remember this can make sense of more than just two people, but we seem to have a feminine that's been betrayed, I keep sorry, I keep wanting to laugh. There's been a betrayal, but it's like there's been a betrayal, right? A creative has been betrayed by another creative. Now, although it's going to be about love, right? Because I'm always reading about romance, and the fucking card is called romance, the question card. But this could be business too. Like there could have been a betrayal in business. Like a creative has betrayed another. You know what I mean? Like a frenemy or a hidden enemy or something. Yeah, there's that totally that as well, actually. Because there's been a betrayal by somebody, especially if you're an artist or something, or like I said, your art this is art, what I'm doing now. And I've had that done to me, but again, like I said, you don't dwell on shit. Well, I'm only saying I don't dwell on it because it's like log in the pit. Like, who cares? It just shows lack of originality. But it could be something like that. I'm just feeling out all the different things it could be. Um, but yeah, so but the masculine has an inability to commit, or they could be moved through that in the past, but they are very creative and an entrepreneur. Hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. But that it was upright, so that I feel this person could have worked through that, like being Four of Pentacles, like could have feared that. But then look now, right now, digging even deeper. If this is a masculine feminine side, a masculine could have been betrayed. A very creative masculine could have been betrayed. And so it's put them off committing again. You know what I mean? In business or love. Or same for the feminine. Right, okay. So we'll leave that there, but I'm glad I found those cards because they always add more. What's on the bottom? Networker. Enhances unity through the sharing of information and gender social awareness and empathy. But you see, I think they got me to look at the bottom because networker. It does. I do think this could make sense for some business stuff as well. Right. So let's see. Let's get back to the questions. So how I feel. So how does this feminine feel about intimacy then? The creative that's been betrayed. Now we don't know if she's been betrayed by. Oh, I said she too, but you could be a he. But we don't know if this person's been betrayed by the masculine or by someone else, or if it's what are you talking about for hours? Um, let's see how the feminine feels about intimacy. Withdrawn, single, lonely, and solitary. Yeah, you see, it is building a picture. It always does, but because I'm just the mouthpiece to pass on the message. So if you're this divine feminine creative, male or female, and it is a male on this card, you could be single, lonely, and solitary. But remember, lonely implies that you don't like being alone. But you could be isolating on purpose because you enjoy being yourself. So it's worth noting. But I also feel this could be about the masculine's feminine side, single, lonely, and solitary, like, hermit mode. Um, so that's how the feminine feels about the feminine, the masculine's feminine side about intimacy. Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Now, this is interesting. That came out reverse. I feel I'm more picking up. I feel the masculine is spending a lot of time alone. And there was a period of time when you were ignoring your intuition because intuition fell out reverse. But that card's got heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. So for a while you were withdrawing and you were trying to ignore your intuition. Or you're a feminine that was trying to do it because it is on the feminine side. I just want one more. What else for the divine feminine about intimacy? God, sorry to laugh, but it makes sense. So, gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. So, what is coming through here is now, Renee. I can see you've wrote something. I'm not going to read that just now because I'm like again. It's like it looks like I'm tapping in something there, but when I'm going with the love thing, it feels like if you're the divine feminine, male or female, it feels like you have withdrawn, like, right. And remember, this can be more recently, this can be like years ago, this can be months ago. So you can decide, or it's not yours. But I feel at some point you withdrew yourself from the company that you were keeping. Because what do I always say? You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So you should look around, and if you don't like what you see, adjust accordingly. But like, you withdrew yourself from whoever you were around because, right, because I feel like, right, I feel this very strongly. I'm just sticking with the feminine right now, whether you're male or female, the divine feminine, right? This is the divine feminine's journey before the same thing happens to the masculine. So I'm going to read that in a minute. You felt, you had this niggling feeling that people weren't being true behind your back, like that maybe even like close friends were gossiping about you, frenemies, enemies, like, or people you don't even know, but give a fuck about people you don't know. They don't know you. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I say. It's like, people are going to talk anyway, so you may as well just be yourself. But it's like, who cares what the folk that don't know you are saying? They don't know you. They're jealous. They're going to fucking make up shit. You know what I mean? Fucking off it anyway, moving on. Just my bit. But it's kind of like, so it feels like it'd be more hurtful that this is like, this could be your friends. Like, look, that's two girls. I could be like, oh my God, did you see what such and such was doing? Or did you see what they said? Or she was talking about this, or it's like I've said before, I feel in the twin flame journey, I feel I was extremely naive to that. I feel that, like, at one point I can think back to, like, I would have just thought, oh no, they're my friends, you know what I mean? But it's like I can now see, like, when I'm just like, oh yeah. Like, there was definitely things like that, but whatever. Again, it's yesterday's chip paper. I don't give a fuck because none of these people are around me. But you know what I'm saying? The point is, that's not real friends, is it? And you can't prove. There's a lot of things you can't prove either, but you just got a feeling, or sometimes you do actually hear stuff, or you sense it. But that's the point. They're getting me to say that because it's like. And by the way, they will make me touch on my own stuff a lot more tonight because they always do in a Scorpio moon. It annoys me, especially if they make me go into the other stuff. But it's kind of like, that's what I'm feeling. It's like you tried to ignore that you couldn't trust some of the people around you for as long as you could, and then you're like, I can't ignore this anymore, and that's when you withdrew from people. And then I feel that what it is you've either got confirmation around this time. I feel, or there's been an actual betrayal that's made you withdraw. Like, oh fuck, I actually felt something wasn't right, and now I've just heard that that's me done. Right, that's what I feel, and you're a creative. I feel a lot of us can resonate with that. That's actually, yes, that totally resonates for me. Or it's actually the same story, but you find out later on, that's why I withdrew from those people because of that. Now, again, don't make this yours if it's not yours. Just because you're not friends with people anymore, it doesn't mean that they've betrayed you, but it is for someone. Same with the masculine, though. I'm going to read it for the masculine now. I feel the masculine is now going through similar, where they've been betrayed. And you also could have some kind of creative energy about you that people are a bit jealous about because they've got, like, again, people they talk unless there's something to talk about. You've given people something to talk about, but the masculine also was ignoring their intuition and listening to gossips, or being part of the gossip in some cases, creating the gossip in some cases. But now I feel it's like the masculine's now pulling away from all that kind of energy, like spiritual awakening. Right. Okay. So let's now read the masculine bit. So remember, this is the kind of flighty energy, not committing to one thing, but being somebody that everything you touch turns to gold. So I don't like the word lucky, but quite lucky really is the word I was hearing, like somebody that things come to you quite easily, whether it's in love, romance, business. But the how this masculine feels about intimacy is it feels like in the past, oh my God, that's hilarious. Mixed emotions, chasing status just came on as I pulled that card. Mixed emotions, and it's indecisive. So I feel in the past, and this could have even just been recently, this masculine's got clarity. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So I feel in the past, this masculine's indecisiveness hurt you as the feminine, or your indecisiveness hurt your feminine. But it's in reverse. So I feel this is so again. I can, it's like they're showing me like that's somebody that's taking themselves away from a group of people because they were ignoring their intuition, and then it's like the betrayals happened and things have come to light, so they've withdrawn from whatever the people were to get the clarity. And this is specifically about how you feel about intimacy. So what else? Depth. But that's in reverse. Awareness, importance, value. Now this card is Scorpio, so we might hold that for the thumbnail. Hopefully that's in it. But it was in reverse. So I feel like if you're this masculine, it's like this masculine knows. Oh shit! It wasn't in the. It's fucking. I'm holding it up and it's moving. One day. A minute. The top's gonna do my nut and it keeps pulling it down because it's a bodysuit. A minute. Is it in this shot? Oh, that'll do. Depth. That's Scorpio Moon. Like this masculine knows if you're the master. I'm just going to talk to you if it's you. You know how you feel, but there's still a bit of an apprehension there about getting really deep about your feelings. It feels like causes specifically about intimacy, and there might be a hold up for some type of new beginning, or there might be a hesitation in trying something again because of being hurt in the past. Because we've got beginnings, but it was in reverse. Fucking annoying. When did it stop me talking? Fuck's sake. Between the fucking bodysuit falling down and the oh dear. It's honestly it's so hot. Oh I didn't have time to fucking stuck my belly in either. Oh shit. Oh well, it's done now. Listen, if I ever get that fucking flat belly back, that's a miracle. From what I hear about 41, nah, honestly, not everyone. Some people will have fucking killer abs and all that. I'm aiming for it. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but it's horrible when you've had that and then it goes. It's like, well, not quite that, guys. Fuck's sake, calm down. I had a flat belly. I didn't have abs. I don't know if I've ever had abs. Right, so, um, right, so Right. Did you hear what I said? So basically with the last one, what I was saying is this masculine, all these masculine energies are a bit apprehensive about trying to gain new direction and starting over because they've been hurt in the past, basically. So it's like this person knows how they feel. They want this deep. It's like they want this connection, and they're not indecisive about that. But I'd say this person wants to take it slow. They're going to make me. Going to. I'm going to refrain from making dirty jokes if I can. But it's a Scorpio full moon, and my nose is switchy, so there's a lot of loved ones to spin it. Right. So I was going to read Renee's comments before that happened. So wait a minute. Did I read the ones before? She feels betrayed by me. It was supposed to be a business venture together, and it's become a delusion. Oh dear, what's going on there? You can hold space for hours. Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I absolutely can. Oh well, sorry to hear that, Renee. That doesn't sound too fun. Um, yes, sorry. Prayers for that because that sounds a bit shit. Lemon balm is a natural fat burner. What, in tea? I think I might have a tea that I drink that in. Slow and steady wins the race, indeed. What am I drinking right now? Right now, I'm drinking. This is like apple. Oh fuck! I can't remember the other things in it. It's like it's apple. I like the apple bit. um. Hmm? What? You can't hear again? You should be able to hear. That's on. Can you? Oh, is that just delayed? Is that how delayed that is? Is that how... Look how delayed that is. Oh shit! I turned it on. No, it is on. Is that bit that Renee wrote? Is that from like a few minutes ago? Because that's only just shown to me now. You can hear me, can't you? Yeah, that must. God, that's how delayed it is. That must have been like from a minute ago. Weird. Right. Okay. So let's go with this deck. So, but you see how Renee's talking about something to do with work. So when I was talking about being betrayed in work, it can make sense. What? But Renee, can you hear now? I'm so confused. It should be working now. It was just because it died and it's charging. Mind you, it is flashing. Why is it flashing? It shouldn't be flashing like that. I don't know if that means it's going to cut off again. Just you fucking hold up, you bastard. We've got work to do. Sorry, I found that quite funny. That'll be a clip. Oh shit, I've got tears coming out of my eyes. Oh god. I'll fucking crack myself up, man. Right, okay, so that's what I mean. Who needs company when you're giving yourself a laugh like that? Oh, oh, mic drop. I will be fucking dropping the mic if you don't do your job. I'll be fucking dropping you for your pal. Your fucking pal that's charging. Oh no, it's the pal that let me down. Oh, see what I mean? Look at this. Look at what I'm saying. I just said the pal that let me down. Somebody's been let down by their pal. Mm, right. And it could have been a drop the mic moment. What are we picking up on there? Right. So they're all round the right way now. Reminds me of the song Flashing Lights by Beyonce. I obviously will know it if I heard it, but I don't, how does that go? It's making me think of the Rihanna one though. All of the lights, all of the lights. Is that Leanne? Oh shit. Wait a minute, is that not P. Diddy? Like, it's moving on. No, it's not, is it? It is. I can't remember. I can't remember. I like that song though. Back in the day. Back in the day. Right. So, how I'm ready to grow emotional intimacy with a partner. So how? So whether this is somebody you have in mind or somebody you don't know yet, this is how you're ready to grow in intimacy, or you could already be with this person. This is how you're ready to grow as the feminine and the masculine's feelings. Friendship. Oh, yeah. And look, what that makes sense of what I just said because of what I just the wee random channeling that I'm saying about the mics. Let down by a pal. Successful couples are good friends. So that again, it does feel like the masculine's energies come together. The masculine's feminine side wants to nurture some type of friendship. Not very Scorpio full moon, but we'll put that aside. Like you don't find that too often. But yeah, the masculines want to like nurture a friendship more than anything. Successful couples are good friends. Now, piecing together the dots here, and obviously that goes without saying that is the feminine because it was on the feminine side, but I more felt it was the, I felt the masculine very stronger. Um, my words are all funny. Um, like the feminine wants a friendship before anything else with the masculine, and again, it feels like because the betrayal could have come from them. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. Like, it doesn't need to, but it does kind of seem like it that way. But it's, I'm just getting across that this is what I say all the time. It's like, yeah, they're pulling me the word friend again. So there's definitely a betrayal from a friend. However that fits into this, you'll all know. Well, unless you don't, unless you haven't found out yet, you know what I mean? But it's there's a betrayal from a friend. Oh, oh, right. Now it's look at that. Friendship gossip. Holy shit. See how I'm not even meaning to do that again? Friendship gossip. Like, that's on the second, but it's just when I put it down like that. Yeah. There's some of you have got frenemies. Yeah. That's not friends. Be careful who you're telling your shit to, whether you're the feminine or the masculine. Hmm. Right. So, but that's how the feminine's ready to grow is to build a friendship, to build on a solid foundation of a friendship first because you've been hurt. But it feels like for the masculine too, they've been hurt. They want to take it slow. So basically, this feels like groups of twins that you've both been hurt and you've probably more than likely hurt each other and you don't want to rush into anything. Right. So, but there's definitely been some kind of gossip around a friendship group, in inverted commas. A viper pit, snake cesspit, whatever, all these kind of words kind of strike at mind. What have we got for the masculine? How I'm ready to grow in emotional intimacy with a partner. Timing. Allow events to unfold at the correct time. So timing is a factor here for this masculine. It feels like again that this, the strongest collective that I'm picking up on is the masculine feels like they're saying, I know who it is I want, I know what I want, but it's either still not the right time right now for whatever reason. This person's healing, they could still be with someone else, or or just whatever, different things going on in someone's life. But I know what it is I want. Right, I think I want another one to go thinking. Thinking's in reverse, so you may be on someone's mind. But yeah, you're on somebody's mind. But it was in reverse, so I feel this masculine. It's like this masculine's like again. I think it ties back to the intuition card in reverse. This masculine is thinking about you a lot, and they want to talk. Talking keeps your relationship alive. So how? So yeah, this is interesting. Like this is somebody that isn't. They're not unsure. They're not like overthinking this. Oh, because that could be thinking in reverse too. Like, but I think this person is trying to gauge whether it's the right time to talk or not. Or there's a reason why they can't talk. Same goes for if you're the feminine, that can make sense. Reciprocate, express shared feelings. Yeah. Like it's like somebody's like, is this the right time to express shared feelings? Or is there going to be more expected of me? Have realistic expectations. That feels like that's what's better. It's like, like have realistic expectations. Like it feels like both people have to have realistic expectations. And I think it all comes down to this. Friendship talk. It reminds me of in Timmy. There was something once he said like, "This ain't no peace talk" or something. That was when two guys had fallen out. I wonder if they're showing me that for a reason. Two guys that were quite pally had fallen out, and then it was quite cringe. But the guy was like, "This ain't no peace talk," and it always fucking pops in my mind. Well, not always, but randomly, it just popped in my mind. So again, I think somebody's friend could have let them down, whether you're male or female, but friendship talk. It's like that's what needs to happen here if you're resonating with this. Like reciprocate your feelings. It's like before you talk about anything else, it's like you need to establish yeah, just talking as friends. Right. How I'm ready to grow in physical intimacy with a partner. Oh well, let's get the sexual tarot, shall we? I won't be able to show you them for very long, but let's see. What else? What else was I going to use for that? How I'm ready to grow in physical intimacy. I mean, what other cards would I use? Right, so this is where it's going to knock out the park any business shit or that, guys. But fuck's sake, I'm not wearing this again. This will make me feel comfortable. Right, so I said this earlier when I was in the membership. It's because this full moon, it's not conjunct my Saturn, but it's not far past it. So it's like makes you a bit too serious. Um, right. How the feminine is ready to grow in physical intimacy with the masculine, if you are at all. Let's see. I haven't used these for age. Oh, hello there. The feminine's like, well, I am fed up of waiting, actually. I'm ready to have this peace talk. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. It's because it's the Two of Wands, which can be about waiting. But it came out in reverse. It's like, no, I am actually not really. I'm not really wanting to wait much longer. I've not got a lot more patience. Like, look at that. That's one of the ones I can actually show. I think I might keep that for the thumbnail. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm showing it and you can't even fucking see it. God. I'm doing a lot of huffing and puffing. Right. But I feel this is the. Oh, there, wait a minute. Right, there we go. If I could just sort of navigate it. Oh, wait a minute. That's a good thumbnail. Friendship talk. That looks like that's what they're having. Let's have a friendship talk. Right, where did I hold it up? Was it? Or maybe that. There we go. Friendship talk. Fucking hell. Is it even in the shot? It's bouncing off the light. You saying fuck's sake lives rent free in my head. Well, there's just always a fuck's sake moment. Do you know what I mean? It's so relevant, isn't it? Like, oh no, why is talk not in the shot? Right, let me just check to see. These lovers and spirit are wanting to come in because my nose is so itchy. I look a bit cringe the way I'm smiling. Or whatever. Well, we'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, no, but being serious, I know I said it and I sound like I'm joking, but I'm being serious. Like that is what they're doing. They're having a talk at the table. he's like, well, this is what happened, and this is what happened. And she's like, I'm no bothered. I'm wanting to play footsie. Nah, I'm like, joking. Sorry. Right, be serious. Be serious. Yes, though. Like, she's like, look what she's doing with her foot. Oh, shit. This is like probably one of the least sexual cards in this deck. The rest of them I can't show you. Like, if the devil comes out, I'll show you it quickly, but he's got his thing in his hand. It's actually detached from his body. The Lord knows how that happened. But yes. The feminine is like, could this happen already? Or you feel it's about to happen. So take it as it resonates. Right, what have we got? That's how you're ready. Is there anything, how else are you ready to grow in intimacy? I've got a feeling they might show out some of the other cards that are quite, yes, I thought one of them might come out. So you are, well, it's not too bad, but you are absolutely ready to put stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, and worry behind you. Just try to work out if I could. So, Nine of Swords, it came out in reverse. Yeah, so basically that feels healthy. The feminine's like, because remember, this is how you're ready to grow in physical intimacy. So you're like, I'm ready to put all the stress, worry, and anxiety, sleepless nights behind me. But it doesn't mean the other person's ready. But we'll see. Let's see. So, how's the masculine ready to grow in physical intimacy with the divine feminine, if they are at all? Okay, well, so I don't know how to take that because it's actually yes, it is picking up on all the other stuff that I've said, but it's more the picture that's always very distracting, very, very distracting. Um, how they managed that, well, I don't know, but so again, I will need to cover most of it, but swing time, if you know what I'm saying. Not that kind of swinging. They're on an actual swing. But that is the union card, Four of Wands. But remember, that's marriage too, and it's in reverse. So this person could be saying, I'm coming out of something, or I'm not ready for this union. And it could be both. I'm not ready for this union because I'm still in another, or I'm finishing. And again, when I'm saying union, it could just be a partnership, but it could be a marriage for something. So somebody could be, it's either breaking up from someone or going through a divorce. And that's why the timing isn't right. And that's why they don't want to get into someone else. That will make sense. Yes, and that's the secret because there's the moon card. Oh my God. By the way, I'm not being funny. Listen, this is how it can go into some people's business a bit too much. I just said that thing about the actual literal swing, and I said not that type, but now it's the card with four people on it. Well, it's actually a mirror image, but I always used to, like, look, me and Charlotte find that card pretty funny. Every time I see that card, I think of Charlotte, but yeah, that secret's coming out. And it's obviously the full moon on the card. You know what I mean? Confusion, illusion. So there could be some kind of confusion, illusion, misunderstandings around this connection. Oh my God, and betrayal, lies and deceit, sneaky fuckers card, heartbreak. Yeah, wow, whatever this is like this is quite dodgy shit. So this is what the masculine's saying. There's some kind of pain, backstabbing, betrayal, cheating, lies, deception, heartbreak that's happened, well, either in a marriage or in a relationship, and that secret's coming out of this full moon. I mean, so that's why sorry, lad, but it makes it that's why the timing's all right. Like, there's some not. I think this is what this masculine is saying has happened in something that they've been in the past, or something that they've coming out of, or something. No good anyway. The heartbreak card and the lying, cheating, deception card. Because look in that card too. That's a couple that aren't happy. Look, they've got their backs to each other. So that's like an unhappy karmic couple. And then that card, he's sitting staring at her. That's like the twin flames. And then there's a woman in the background not happy. But either way, that's heartbreak over a deception that's coming out. Oh God. Right. And someone's going through an ego death. And that's the truth and clarity. So again, I was asking about and then there's sadness and regret. This is again, they're giving us too much. I was asking about how somebody's ready to grow in emotional intimacy. So like basically whatever I'm picking up on right now, like somebody isn't right now because all that's going on. So if that and or like this is somebody doesn't know how to tell you all of this because we've got the card where it's like the guy's writing the messages and then scrumpling it up and can't, you know what I mean? And also there's a full moon in that card too. Sorry, I just burped, clearing the energy. Somebody's trying to find the words to come forward. Now again, it doesn't need to be about all that shit, but it's going to be for somebody's. And either way, this person wants to build a friendship because whatever they are, have been, are in, whatever, moved too fast and doesn't sound very fun. Right. So, how I'm ready to grow, I've just read that. What I need from a partner, potential partner for intimacy to grow. Right. So, what is I don't know what cards to use. I don't know why I'm using these, but let's see. What does a feminine need? What does a feminine need? Individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. Oh, that must be why I've grabbed that deck because and toxicity in reverse. That's funny. Right. So, what the feminine needs, whether you are a female or a male, or what the masculine feminine side needs, is you need to have your own individual lives. That you need no codependency. You need like this is me, this is my life, this is how I am. I respect and appreciate that's you, that's how you are. But do we want to be together as two individuals respecting each other with no toxicity? That's what I feel that's coming through there. Toxic relationships can drain your energy and self-worth. Be aware. So the feminine's very clear about that. I want to be with you, but I don't want any toxic. I don't want to have to be worrying about who you're pretending to be or who you're saying you are and then finding out, later on down the line you're talking shit. Just tell me the truth. That's just calling a spade a spade. So what I need from that shot out, what the masculine needs is their dream come true. Look to your dreams, they hold all the answers you seek. So what I feel is the masculine is seeking you, but what this masculine's saying is you feel too good to be true. And so they've sabotaged it more than likely, but let's see what else comes out. Dressing up, an opportunity to dress up and party, fun times ahead. So I feel this is quite interesting. I feel this masculine saying the same thing. It's like this masculine's also saying, yeah, I want to be myself too. And well, this masculine's saying they want to have fun with you. So it's like, so this could be the kind of thing where it's like you might want to stay in all the time, and this person's like, I don't want to stay in all the time. I want to go out and party, but with you, not all the time either, because this is healthy. Like what I'm picking up on, it's like that individuality bit could be you being an individual, might be you like to go out once every couple of months or something with your pals, your girl pals, your guy pals, whatever gender you are, and your partner does the same thing. You know what I mean? Or they stay in and whatever, if there's kids involved, blah blah. But equally, somebody's divine feminine energy might be like, I just need a night to myself. Like, you know what I mean? I need a night to myself. I feel overwhelmed, you know, and it's not about going out and partying and stuff like that. And that's healthy too. So whatever your, you know, individuality is, just remain in a sense of self, not being completely, you know, codependent. You can't, you know, do anything or live without the other person. Um, but it feels like this masculine saying, um, like it's like they want the dream with you, but they also want to be able to, like, you know, socialize and stuff as well. True love, because it's true love. Like this, I guess, like this masculine saying, like, I want you to be a part of my life. That's what it feels like. True love, a deep and enduring connection going beyond superficial attraction. That's a nice combination of cards. It's like you're my dream come true, and then I just sabotaged it because I didn't believe it. But now I know that it's true love. So can we go out and party? Like, how would you read it? That's how I'm reading it. That's what they need from a partner to grow, to have fun. That's what I'm getting from that. This person wants to have fun with you, relax, and sometimes just chill. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. So yeah, it's like this. The group of masculines are like, sometimes I want to stay in and chill, Netflix and chill or whatever, or that looks like a bed or a couch, you know what I mean? And sometimes I want to go out and I want to do stuff. And I want to be your friend. Oh, this is actually kind of beautiful, guys. This is the twin flames getting it on. But I mean, like, actually get, I didn't mean like getting on like sex. I meant like getting on, getting along. This connection is based on friendship. It may never develop into romance. Ah, this masculine's worried though. Like, this group of masculines are like, what if I've pushed this feminine so far that all they want to be is my friend now? And now we'll go to the soul's desire. Is that what you're saying? What do you want to say? There's not a lot of these cards here, but hello, Tashmir. I'm good. How are you? Um, yeah. Wow. Look at this. Look at this, because I haven't used these cards. Oh my god, that's really creepy. That's so creepy when I do that. You'll see why I'm saying that in a minute. I can't bottle up my emotions any longer. That is 100% this full moon. I was conditioned to hide my feelings since childhood. Oh, that's really quite sad, but that is a lot of people. And I'm terrified that you're moving on from me. That's what I just said. This person is terrified that you're moving on from them, and they're terrified that you don't feel the same way. And because of that, I will call you very soon. It's kind of like, you know what I'm laughing at? What did I hear earlier? I'm sure it was some kind of song about being. It had something about you're mine, and it wasn't a 50 Shades of Grey one for once. It was like, oh, that's what it was. It was One Direction. It was everybody wanna steal my girl. I don't wanna take. I mean, it was like find another one because she belongs to me. Like, it was when I was in the other room and it was going off in here, and so that's when I was thinking that's very Scorpio full moon. But it's like, yeah, this person is terrified you're moving on from them, and they're not about to let that happen. So that's a good thumbnail. That sorry, that the other one might win, but I think we need this because not a lot of people have these cards. So, and they're good for the thumbnail. It's not in the. Is it in the shot now? Yeah, I'll be able to grab that. Right. Okay. So I think we can do mediumship Monday now because I've literally taken like 2 hours to do this. So, but I don't really know. Yeah, I don't think that there's much more to. Like I said, it's only going to make sense to a few people. Maybe we need to wait a minute. Maybe we need some more. Where are they? Yeah, let's get some of these. Let's see if any sort of similar messages come out. We'll get the feminine. Right, so Lexi, remind me when I start the Mediumship Monday, I'll start your message. Right, what does the feminine want to say to the masculine? I'm so excited to learn and grow together in this connection. Oh, that really fits for the rest, doesn't it? I see and hear your name everywhere. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just thinking a really funny synchronicity that happened today. It was like, I did in the most random place. Oh, I was like, have I fucking seen things? It was like, yeah, it was interesting. So much time has passed, but my love grows stronger every day. Oh yeah, look, and that I will be your cheerleader every day. Cheesy, but that is actually answering what the masculine's worried about. Right. They always work whenever I get guided to even my own cards. It's like they always pull out the ones that fit with the thing. Right, okay, so let's this will be the interesting one. So that card says, I'll call you very soon. There's a card in this that says, every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. Or there's one that says, I'm on my way. I don't know what else would be kind of similar. Oh my God. Sorry, that does happen like fairly regularly, but that was a bit creepy. Yes, obviously it's one of those cards. This person, when this manifests, because remember, although it can seem like it's real time, I mean, it actually is real time for some. It just is. I know that from personal sessions, and I know it because I can feel it. But whenever this manifests, they are on their way because the distance kills them. I'm on my way to you. Imagine I'd just thought that and not said it. I would have been annoyed. The distance between us kills me. Tell us, tell us. Wow. Fucking hell, by the way. Where's that card? If this doesn't get us a few subscribers, I don't know what will. Hello there! I'm not showing you because it didn't come out, but fuck hell. I forgot some of these cards are like, whoa. Oh, I'm on my way to you and I'll call you very soon. Yes, well, actually, that would be the nice thing to do. Divine masculines. Just, you know, some divine masculines haven't even got their divine feminines numbers. That's cruel to do that. Who would do that? Anyway, moving on. Anyway, sorry, I have to now. I obviously that's because mine hasn't got me. I haven't. I didn't send my new number to mine because I don't know if that's appropriate. So that's my excuse. Uh, what's the point in sending your number to folk that they talk to you? Do you know what I'm saying? That's not blocking somebody, is it? But anyway, where there's a will, there's a way, and when it's the right timing, people will find a way. So I'm elbow deep in egg salad. Well, that's taking a different turn, Renee. Whatever you're into. Right, so I don't know who needs to hear this, but my phone motivation app just went off and said the only closure you need is knowing you deserve better. Well, guaranteed someone's going to need it. So thank you for sharing. Right, so hopefully that's in the shot. So fucking hell, bit of excitement going on there. Again, this does tie in with the shorts. If you've seen the shorts, this fits with the shorts. Um, yes, she's a wee bit further up there. Um, yeah, I can't remember what the shorts was, but it was something similar. Yeah, look, Six of Cups. This is twin flames that just cannot move on from one another, reminiscing about the past. You felt very out in the cold from one another. Also, that is the least Five of Pentacles card I've ever seen. And someone's not happy about that. There is a Queen of Swords who's got a pincushion and a black candle on the card. That's black magic spell work. That's given, angry, angry karmic people all day, you know. She's staring at a picture of them, so ultimately, this is what it leads to. Let's get it on. Ace of Cups, the most love ever. It looks like the friendship spilled over in a little something more. That's Scorpio full moon. That's my cup runneth over. Holy Grail Union. Always did used to find those cards. Actually, that's what I meant to do, right? Is that I'm going to use those cards in the membership. Oh my god. There's sorry. There's the other rather graphic one. Celebrations indeed. So right. So immature, but it does give me a laugh. Right, so I am going to end that there. I'm actually bursting on a pee. So TMI, but I am. So, oh, you can't even see the card. Wait a minute. Are you reading for a particular collective or someone in particular? So, Tashmir, how this works is when I'm reading the collective energy, it's anything goes. So, it's whoever resonates, basically. But it often does happen that when people are on the live chat, usually it does pick up on people that's in the chat, but you know, I'm not in control of that. But yeah, there's sleepless nights and worry and stress. Oh my god, and there's 10 of wands, there's burdens, and that card always makes me laugh because it's like the burden of not the burden of not being together seems to have got a little bit much for this pair, and something's happened outside. So, oh, what the fuck? When I'm holding them up, you can't see. You can't see. Gotcha. That resonated with me. That's why I asked, but I'm late. But the thing is, whether it's me or anybody, right? If something resonates, it resonates. So even like basically with the way that I read, but the way that I would read for anyone is, or my advice, if people are interested in it, is say I had specifically been reading for Lexi, right? Because I'm about to do that on the next live. If it resonated with you, you can still take it. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's the way that I see it. Like when I catch people that I like, sometimes they're doing personal ones, and I'm like, oh my God, I heard exactly what I needed to say. I heard exactly what I needed to hear. You know what I mean? And it might be because I didn't want them to read me, but I heard through the other person. So it's quite clever how guides will work in that way. Right. So, but like I said, it either resonated with you or it didn't. You know, don't take the bits that you don't want, to love it. And also don't live in Delulu land, live your life, all that kind of shit. But the way that what this is picking up on right now, if somebody's going to be calling you, they're going to be turning up at the door, they're going to be telling you all the shit that I've picked up on, and you could let me know if it happened because that'd be very interesting. But yeah, I'm just going to go and run and have a pee. So like I'll literally be back in 2 minutes, and don't know how long we'll do Mediumship Monday for. But actually, before we do that, let's shuffle the bits of paper. And on Mediumship Monday, I'm going to start with Lexi because she's booked the 15-minute one. But I'm going to do bigger clearings if people want them. But if nobody wants it, that's fine. I'll just do more collective stuff. What else are we going to talk about? I wouldn't be surprised if shadow work comes out. I'm going to do shadow work anyway, but I just forgot about these wee bits of paper. The Lululand seems like a happy place to live, and it does. It does. Right, so, but it could be a dangerous place to live too, so you've got to be practical and realistic. That's my Mercury retrograde in the House of Virgo talking. Inner child healing. Yes. We don't want to, basically, we don't want to tell ourselves something. Actually, I think there's already starting to go. Anyway, I need a pee, so we'll come back. But inner child healing, that's so annoying though. But inner child cards are like they're like one of the only decks I haven't fucking got. No, I've got hundreds more through there. But you know what I mean? I could see a couple of them. I'll try and gather them. What else? It feels like that's still tying into what I just read. Like fear of abandonment, like abandonment wounds coming up. That's what it feels like. but it feels like it's exacerbated by already being with people that have done that. Adele Love in the Dark has just come on, and I don't even know how that goes. So I don't even know why it's on the thing because I don't even know the words. But Love in the Dark. That's a Scorpio full moon. Love in the dark, if you know what I'm saying. Or you're in the dark about the love in your life. Crystal healing. Oh, I'm just going to ignore these bits of paper because these are. I haven't got any of these cards beside me. So if these themes come up, then it comes up. Yes, I'm going to pee. So I'll just make sure I've read. Did I read all of these? I think I did. Ah, right. Closing off a lot of energies lately, and it feels good. Yep, that's Scorpio full moon. You got to shut stuff down. Means I'm listening, but making another huge batch of nugget salad. Nice. Sometimes it does, not all the time, but sometimes. Yes, healing the little one. Go pee. Yeah, yes, I'm going to go and pee. Right. Thank you for, yes, telling me what is obvious, but I did need you to say that. Right, I'm going to be back.